Bruh. Okay. How wonderful. No AC, no Bluetooth, no backup camera. Thankfully I grabbed this fan from another fan, but thank you, Amazon. Alright, today we're going to talk about what it's like being a delivery driver for Amazon. We're going to talk about both being an Amazon Flex delivery driver and a DSP or delivery service partner driver. An Amazon Flex delivery driver is someone that uses their own personal vehicle to deliver packages. A DSP or delivery service partner driver are people that are driving the vans or the big box trucks that say Amazon on the side. DSP drivers work for a company which is contracted by Amazon to deliver packages. Each company will have their own area of responsibility and they will have their own start times or what time of day they start delivering packages. They're responsible for buying their own vans, doing the maintenance for them, paying for the fuel. These companies are also the ones that will be paying your check and providing you with your benefits. As an Amazon Flex driver, you're also a contractor, but you're responsible for the maintenance and gas for your own vehicle. As a DSP driver, you can expect to have between 150 to 200 plus stops. These stops are usually close together and bunched up. You'll cover entire neighborhoods or apartment complexes. As a Flex driver, you'll have significantly fewer stops. You can have as few as 15, and the most I've ever personally had was 80 stops. To become a Flex driver, you simply just sign up through the Amazon Flex app. There is a waiting period typically. It can be between 6 months to a year, maybe even 2 years. Scheduling and hours as a Flex driver is very different compared to a DSP driver. Every day you'll open the Flex app and there will be a list of available blocks. These blocks vary in length between 3 to 5 hours. You will choose a block that you want and you drive to the warehouse and do your ship. Let's talk about what it's like delivering as a Flex driver compared to a DSP driver. As a Flex driver, you're in your own personal vehicle. There's no camera watching you. You have a lot more freedom. If you want to stop and get a meal, you can. If you want to stop at the gas station and use the restroom, you can. Flex drivers are the ones that are delivering those packages between 4 to 8 a.m. Those early morning deliveries or those late night deliveries, those are Flex drivers. Blocks begin as early as 3:45 and they go as late as 7 or 7:30. So let's talk about the pros and cons of being a Flex driver. As a Flex driver, you're in your own personal vehicle. It's much more comfortable than driving a van or a box truck. Also, as a Flex driver, you can get paid the next business day. So say you work on Monday, you can get paid for the work you did on Monday on Tuesday. Pay for a DSP driver is typically bi-weekly or every 2 weeks. Another pro of being a Flex driver is that if you finish your 4-hour block in 2 hours, you will get paid for that entire 4-hour block. Let's talk about some of the cons of being a Flex driver. Obviously, you have to pay for your own gas and maintenance. You accumulate a lot of miles being a Flex driver. Amazon only incorporates the time it takes for you to get to your first delivery. So let's say you have a route that's an hour away from where you picked up the packages. Amazon incorporates the time it takes for you to get to that first delivery, but it doesn't incorporate the time that it takes for you to get home. So if it takes an hour to get home from your last delivery, that's on you and you're not getting paid for that. Another con with being a Flex driver is that you're paid less than DSP drivers and you will get far fewer hours. You're fortunate to be able to get 30 hours per week as a Flex driver. Lastly, safety. It's definitely much safer being a DSP driver compared to being a Flex driver. You're driving a branded Amazon van versus your own personal vehicle. There's been many times where I've pulled up to a house or pulled into a driveway as a Flex driver, and people are staring, wondering what is this random car doing in their driveway. This never happens to me as a DSP driver. Now let's talk about some pros of being a DSP driver. The first and biggest pro is you can get hired very quickly. There are many companies that are hiring right now and are in desperate need of drivers. Also, as a DSP driver, you will get similar routes frequently. You'll deliver to the same neighborhoods, apartment complexes, and businesses. This is very helpful and convenient. You learn which houses have good driveways, which ones you need to back into, which houses have dogs, which houses like to have their packages delivered to a specific spot. You build relationships with people. This is much more rare as a flex driver. Some cons of being a DSP driver is that you're driving a van. It's much more annoying to drive, it's less comfortable. Also, you have that camera in the van that's watching you, making sure you have two hands on the wheel, making sure that you're not distracted, and making sure that you're taking care of the van that's not yours. I will say, being a DSP driver is much more physically intensive and exhausting compared to being a flex driver. Overall, being a flex driver and a DSP driver come with their own unique experience and pros and cons. If you have a car that's good on gas and low maintenance, I highly recommend signing up and getting on the waitlist to become a flex driver. You can use it if you're, say, transitioning between jobs or as a side hustle to supplement your income. I highly recommend becoming a flex driver if you're already a rideshare driver or do DoorDash or Uber Eats. Being a DSP driver is a great stable job where you can get hired on quickly. It provides guaranteed hours and pays above most other entry-level jobs in the area. I hope this video helps shed some light on my experience as both a flex driver and a DSP driver. I hope it can help you make a decision if you're on the fence, or it helped you if you're just curious. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.